Hello and welcome to this Bug and Cat Team video where we are making a Pigella doll. I'm going with her season 6 superhero suit as it says pig more than her season 4 suit does. Rose is short, so I'll be making the doll short like I did with my Teen Bunnocks doll. I'll be using a body from a Yuki Snapstar doll. So that the head will not be too big for the body, I shrunk it in an acetone water mix for 48 hours. I went with the Lucky Charm Smiling Ladybug face mold because Rose is always positive. I will be using epoxy putty to sculpt the pig ears and will make a wig. I have oven baked clay to make the tambourine, some curling ribbon to make her pigtails, stretchy white fabric for the superhero suit, which I'll paint on the details, fabric for her skirt frills, ribbon for the bow, and a bead to make the Pig Miraculous. Starting with the head, I mix up the epoxy putty, then go about attaching it to the head, trying to form it into pig ears. First stage done. While it was drying, Minibug painted my hand with henna. I add a white undercoat to help the colour show. I also undercoat the mask. Because I use Lucky Charm Ladybug's head, I fill in the teeth with some white undercoat. I paint the inside of the ears, but this will end up being hidden by the hair. Time to add the wig cap. I need to cut it to let the ears through. Now the process of adding the hair. I sew sections onto the wig cap. All the hair is on, but it's too long for Pigella, so chop chop. Although it's the right length now, I have to wait for the face painting to be done before I style it. She's going to have a bad cut for a while. Pigella's ears have a pink to white gradient, so I add my paint and then use a sponge to blend the colours into a gradient. The mask also has a gradient, so I repeat the process. I give her lips colour, showing the teeth. Pigella has blue eyes. Minibug said the teeth were too scary, so I colored them in to make them all lips. Do you think this was the right decision? Normally I paint the suit once it's sewn, but because I'm doing Pigella's sleeves in 2 sections, it will be easier if they already have the pattern painted on. To give the shimmer to the pink sections, I go over my pink fabric paint with a metallic pink paint. I then take the new shimmer fabric I found and bunch it up to be the puffs on Pigella's sleeves. I sew it between the 2 pieces of the sleeves I have made, so the puff starts above the elbow. I am doing the front in 2 sections, so I can add the shimmer fabric as a top layer, which when sewn looks like this. Then I make the pink leotard. Now it's looking a little more like Pigella. Pigella has a short swan neck collar, so I add a stitch to give the collar the correct shape. Now I just need to shorten the neck to be able to add the head on and paint the hands. I need to add new support for the head, so I glue some wire into the neck opening. Then I give the hands the pink details. They also need the top coat of metallic pink. Then I add the burnt purple fingertips. Pink details to the edge of the collar. I've been procrastinating on adding the leg spirals. Doing one side is okay, but then matching the other side is the hard part. Leg spirals done. Then it's time to paint the shoes on. I went with enclosing the feet in fabric because finding shoes in the right size and style would have been too time consuming. I haven't seen a close-up of the season 6 Pig Miraculous in the show, so I only have the promo image to go off. So my Pig Miraculous is currently a bead on a metal loop. I'm making the tambourine out of wire, metal rings and oven baked clay. The wire is to hold the metal rings in place to be the tambourine cymbals. I want my cymbals to move a little. Ready for baking. My cymbals can move. I stick a pin in the back of the doll so the tambourine can attach to the doll. Pigella has the Pig Miraculous symbol on her chest. I paint a jewel with pink nail polish to be the symbol. I also paint the tambourine with the nail polish. Then I paint on the white details. I paint some ribbon pinky purpley to be the bow on the back of Pigella's suit. I add some shimmer to it, then I sew it into a bow shape. I use the same fabric from the top to be her skirt. I add some thread to give it some frills, and then glue it to the ribbon. Just a few pegs so it dries flat. At the same time, I glue the Pig Miraculous symbol to the superhero suit. Once the skirt glue is dry, I can then glue it around the doll's waist. I add the curly pigtail ribbon through the bow, then I can glue the bow to the back of the doll. Time to add the head. Now the head is on the body, we can style the hair. I use hair gel to hold the hair in place and use some soft fabric to keep the style as it dries. I add the Pig Miraculous tambourine and Pigella's done. How she looks next to her head mold of Lucky Charm Ladybug. Next to the Season 6 Ladybug and Cat Noir dolls, and with the other custom Miraculous superhero character dolls I have made. That's all for this video. Bug and Cat team out.
I could have done this on my own.
But we're the cat and bug team, remember?
Bug and cat team, you mean?